Horizontal lines are completely flat with zero steepness. Their slope is 0, and their equations are written y equals b. Normally we write equations in the form y equals mx plus b, but because our slope here is 0, 0 times x, we can write this as just y equals b, or y equals a number. Vertical lines look like this. They have an undefined slope, and you write them x equals a, or x equals whatever our number is. Your slope is technically 1 over 0. It's undefined, and a way I remember it is, if 0 is under the fraction, then it's undefined. Let's practice graphing some lines. Graph the line y equals 3. Okay, y equals 3 means we need to go through the y-axis at 3. Y equals, there isn't any kind of mx value here, so I just have a completely flat line. There's no slope to it. I don't know why I drew that as a dotted line, but there we go. This is our line, y equals 3. It's a horizontal line. Example 2, graph the line x equals 4. All right, x equals. X means we're going through the x-axis. It's not written in your normal format, y equals mx plus b. It's not even y equals, it's x equals. So cross through the x-axis at 4, and it is a vertical line. Conversely, if I give you a graph and I say write the equation of the line that is graphed here in example 3, you need to say, oh, it's a horizontal line. It goes through the y-axis at 1. Or similar idea, if I ask you to write an equation for the line graphed in example 4, it's a vertical line. Even if you don't remember if vertical lines are x equals or y equals, pay attention to which axis it goes through. It goes through the x-axis at -3. A couple of times you may be asked to come up with the horizontal line that crosses through the coordinate point 2, 3. You may just think, okay, horizontal lines are y equals, so let's just pull out the y part of that coordinate point. So my answer is y equals 3. Or you may be like me and have to actually plot something, a little scratch work to the side. All right, so the coordinate point is 2, 3. So if I was at 2, 3, that's this point right here. And then the horizontal line, so I'm going to draw a horizontal line that goes through that coordinate point. Okay, it goes through the y-axis at 3. So either draw yourself a sketch, plot the point they show you, and draw your horizontal or your vertical line, whatever you need to do, and then write your equation, or just know, since this is asking for a horizontal line, they're asking for the y part of the coordinate point, so y equals 3, because 3 is my y coordinate point. Similarly, in example 6, write an equation for the vertical line passing through the coordinate point 2, 3. Again, you can think vertical lines are written x equals, the x part of this coordinate point is 2, so my answer must be x equals 2. Or I have to visualize it, plot the coordinate point 2, 3. Draw a vertical line through there. Okay, that hits my x-axis at 2. For these final 2 examples, you may want to refresh yourself on parallel and perpendicular lines. The video, I hope, is linked in the top right corner right now. Note that any horizontal line is parallel to every other horizontal line. They're all completely flat, neither one of them cross each other. Same goes for vertical lines. Every vertical line is parallel to every other vertical line. They're always straight up and down. They don't cross ever. And all horizontal lines are perpendicular to all vertical lines, and vice versa. So keep that in mind for these last 2 examples. Write the equation of the line that is parallel to y equals 1, -1, and goes through the coordinate point 4, -5. Okay, if it's parallel, that means it's also going to be a y equals. It's going to be a horizontal line. So we just need to pick out the y coordinate point. Y equals -5. Done. That's it. If you're like me and I do not remember that except when I'm teaching this lesson, you may need to actually draw it out for a minute. Okay, so let's plot the point for -5. That's our coordinate point right here. And the line y equals 1 is that should have been a flat line. Ooh, sorry guys. That should have been a flat line here. Okay, I need to do something parallel, which means it's also going to be a flat line. And it goes through the y-axis at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, -5. So I have to think through it that way, draw a picture. But the quick answer is parallel would also be y equals. So look at the y coordinate point and you get your answer here. Similar idea for the last example, write the equation of the line that is perpendicular to y equals -1 and goes through the coordinate point for -5. Perpendicular means it's going to be the x value instead of the y value, so it's x equals 4. If you need to draw that out, here's my coordinate point for -5. Oh, you can't see that. There's my coordinate point for -5. Here is my line y equals -1. If it's perpendicular, that means that it meets it at a complete 90-degree angle. Nice, pretty crisp corner. And that means it crosses through my x-axis at 4. Or short answer, y equals means x equals for perpendicular. So pick out the x part of your coordinate point.